up with this guy. You know, I've had to start out with like 2, and then he would, you know, he would increase the amperage or the amplitude on the frequencies that he was shooting me with, and I'd have to get more Q-Wave defenders. So I can say they work. They're just, you know, if you get one, just don't expect like a miracle. Don't expect it to just make it all go away. You do have to build your defenses. You know, and I made a lot of videos about this, and I think a lot of target individuals have a hard time with it. You know, I just learned really fast. I'm not saying everybody doesn't have this capability. I learned really fast that you've got to just keep adding things on. That you can't look for one thing to just be the miracle, you know, stoppage of this. And I do hear some TI sometimes that they're kind of like all or nothing. You know, if something fixes it, that's good. But you know, if it's only helping a little bit, then it's not worth it. And there are TIs that aren't like that too. But you've really got to understand, right now we're at that point where you've just got to build your defense, take supplements, really try and just gain ground by inches. And I'm probably talking, I mean, more TIs than you know, that I'm saying. You know, they build their defenses and stuff like that. Eventually we will have bigger stuff that has more of an effect. You know, but right now really the main thing that I can see that has the biggest effect and is the cheapest thing is Dave CD, because it's a counter frequency CD that really messes up their equipment. You know, it can knock a lot of this stuff out, and we're giving it out free. You know, I'm sending them out, he's sending them out free. You know, we maybe ask y'all to send like, you know, $5 here, $5 there, you know, to keep us being able to mail them out. But that's really the cheapest thing I can think of that's the most effective. Whew. I am totally out of breath. Get through every time you might hit me. Walking's a lot different than driving. Because there are people who, they really will not stop. They're not gang stalkers. They're just people who are driving and they just won't stop. Like, you got to kind of jump out of the way sometimes. I really need to fix my tire though, because walking around and being vehicular stalked, like being tired and being harassed, puts me in a worse mood. You know, because I'm tired and I'm out of breath, and then, you know, you get one light cars or street theater, and like my energy's down, so it bothers me a little bit more. In about 34 minutes. Can't really think of anything else right now. I'm just trying to get through it. You know, we just got to keep putting videos out there, keep getting on the conference calls. There's a lot of good ideas, you know, right now for class action suits. You know, but I think we are eventually, and we'll do it the right way. If we can do it the right way, there won't be a problem. But somehow, you know, collect our information together so that we can take all of our names and do big things with them. You know, like take lists of us that you know, consensually want to be involved in class action suits and you know, petitions and things like that. And it'll be a lot easier, you know, if we have a database or something. There's a plane right there. There's a private plane right there. Am I getting it? I don't know if I'm getting it on tape. Get a lot of private planes flying above. Whew. Getting a little breeze now. It's kind of better. But guys, I hope y'all are doing okay. And I hope you're defending, that you got stuff that is kind of keeping you safe, or at least getting through it. You know, there's always ways to defend and take preemptive action. You know, Al was talking about Al on the calls. I don't know what his last name is, but you know, you can go to Amazon and get a Stingray shield for your phone, because they're basically using something called a Stingray to hack into our smartphones. So we might want to. I'm going to start looking into getting a Stingray shield, you know, for when I'm not using the phone, for when I'm walking around, so that maybe they can't use that GPS signal, and they'll have to use either my, you know, the biofeedback signal, or maybe if they do have like some kind of implant on the left side, which I'm not sure of. You know, I'm really just not sure of that because of my medical history and so many other target individuals being tested and finding out they had those, who never even had surgeries, who just had dental work or, you know, doctor's visits where it just kind of happened. Oh, and I did want to mention, okay, before I go, I think my battery's about to kind of run out. Oh, and there's I think that's just a regular plane there. The other night I did want to mention, I think I mentioned it on the video, but I was walking to the corner store and, you know, about 4 guys hopped out of a regular white car. They had bulletproof vests on and camouflage, and they proceeded to go into the, you know, the corner store before me, just laughing. They had little, you know, badges attached to their necks and stuff like that. And these were security guards. They were security guards with badges around their necks, camouflage, bulletproof vests. You know, they had the sticker on the back of their shirt, and there's a sheriff's car right there. Let's see if I can get it. It's up there. But this is really dangerous because they had something like a sticker on the back of their shirt that said Elite Crime Prevention Unit, and they were security guards. So I just wanted to mention that again from my other video. This kind of mentality of these people who have no authority, you know, and I mean, a security guard decking himself out in a bulletproof vest and camouflage with like some kind of badge around his neck, and they're not undercover cops or anything like that. That's a very dangerous thing in our society, and it goes along, you know, non-TIs look at this around our society and see that we are not, you know, we are not mentally ill, and we are not lying. This stuff is going on, and there's like this kind of paramilitary, you know, kind of philosophy where if you get in with this right crowd, you don't have to have any credentials, and you can start doing undercover murder, basically, in our country. It's very dangerous and insane. It's very insane. So we have to fight it, guys. Let's see, about 40 minutes. I'm about out of breath, too. There's Sheriff right there, kind of going by. He may have just been driving by, though. I haven't seen any sheriff's cars or police all morning. It may have helped to talk to that state police at the DHS Fusion Center. You know, he may have not been able to, I guess I should have mentioned that right after to give him a little bit of credit, because, well, no, I mean, it picked up right afterwards, but maybe, maybe that goes up the grapevine, or maybe he's able to talk to somebody. You know, maybe it wasn't him who escalated the caravaning. Maybe it was my main organizer. And then with a little bit of time, he might be able to, you know, stop some of it. So I need to go ahead and say that, a disclaimer at the end, that I don't know what's going to happen. It may have been a good guy who couldn't admit it, but may try and help me out. So, you know, I don't find anything wrong with going to DHS Fusion Center, or, you know, talking to the FBI, or, you know, talking to the FCC. You know, we've got to talk to them and try and come up with some solutions, and let them know how many of us there are with these problems, like with these complaints. So you just have to do it in a careful way, you know, and kind of talk about, you know, things in a general way, so that you don't get caught in that net of them wanting to put you, you know, in a mental institution or something like that. But we'll get there, guys. There are a lot of good people in society. They don't want to see violence done, and they've just got to know about it. Like, it's, you know, on the V2K, when this guy says, nobody cares about this guy. Like, he'll say it a lot now. That's kind of a new thing. And I'm like, nobody knows. You know, in my head, I'll just say, you know, nobody knows to care. Like, if people knew about this, my family, a lot of policemen, sheriffs, if they knew that people were being, you know, raped 24 hours a day and cooked by microwaves, they would care a whole lot. They would spend their whole life, you know, just fighting this. Just like us TIs who it's happening to, you know, we spend, you know, if not all of our time, a lot of our time trying to end this. So they're there. The good authority figures are there. And, you know, they're watching, and I think they're waiting for their moment, maybe doing little things for us. But we do have to be patient. We can't let these people get the best of us. We can't let them get us angry or doing anything stupid. You know, thoughts are thoughts. If you get angry like that, that's one thing. But just don't do anything stupid, you know. Alright guys, I went up to the comic book store. I think I might go in there, get something, kind of look around. It'll make my Friday livable. I miss you guys. I hope to see y'all on the call. I love y'all. We do have God behind us here. You know, sometimes it may not look like that, and it may look like this is going on forever, and that nobody's going to help, you know. That's not true. We've just got a little bit longer. We've got to get through the illusion of that this is going to last forever, because that's an illusion, and we can do this. And I feel like I'm running a marathon here. My chest is just like, ugh. Alright. Make it a little bit more footage to 45 minutes. See if I didn't get much. I didn't get much vehicular talking. Could be a really good sign, you know. Could be a really good sign of talking to that that state police, the DHS students, and they may not be able to come out and say exactly what they're doing, but if you calm and you clear the air and just kind of clear it up, that you're not anybody doing anything wrong. You know, it might perk up the right ears and get some help. Because there are good men and women out there in authority. We're you know, as target individuals, we're dealing with some of the maybe the worst, most corrupt people, you know, who are attacking us with microwave weapons and, you know, lying to DHS and lying to policemen. So we deal with those corrupt individuals, but we can't let it just totally mark what we think about society. Because there are good men and women out there. I mean, I've been raised by some of the best. My grandparents, my parents. I see a lot of UTIs that are just some of the best people, just the best people that God's ever made. So, you know, even within the group of who's doing this to me, you know, there are good people trying to help, just trying to help and to end it and do good.